Hey guys, Prank98 again, bringing you another video. And today, instead of doing a review, I thought we're gonna do a customization job on my grimlock figure. Now, I already did some customizations in the arms here and the backpack here, but I think it's not enough because if you look at the eyes, they just painted a small area of what appears to be a bigger eye. So it has like a silver trim around it, and I don't like that. Also, we're gonna probably paint the teeth or like the inside of the mouth just to make it appear more like three-dimensional, and we're gonna add the details on the feet right here because they forget to paint that in too, and maybe some silver toes. So we're gonna do that. And I thought, you know what, let's just show you guys because that's a bit of a thing I would sometimes like to do. Sometimes a bit of customization. I sometimes like that. So yeah, so I got my paintbrushes, and I think I'll be using. Wait, I already had one. Why is it? No. Yeah, I was mistaken. But today we'll be using this smallest brush I got. Let's see. Focus. Come on, focus on the brush, you dang it. Focus! There you go. I'm going to be using this one. This smaller brush. Yeah. Just a brush. Nothing special, but yeah. So I grabbed the paint we needed. For the legs, we'll be using blue, red, green, and yellow. Those are the colors that are on his legs. And we'll be needing that. Now for the inside of the mouth and maybe some touch-ups on the arms here, we'll be using this black paint. And for the toes and in between the toes, I just realized we're going to do some black in between the toes too, but we're going to be using just silver. Now, this is Revel paint. It's like very good paint. It's mostly for modeling, but it's really good. Now for opening those these little things, I'm gonna be using this plaster knife. Like just pry it open like that. So before we start though, we need like a surface. So let's see. Do I have like a piece of cardboard? Yes, I do. Okay, that's great. So you'll always be needing like some surface. I got like a big piece of cardboard. So let's just get this out of the way. Let's get this guy out of the way as well. We will be putting down our surface. Just the cardboard area. There we go. Still stuff on there. There we go. There's a nice little look. Has a notch in it perfectly for the camera. That's perfect. So yeah, we got our surface put down. So let's put down our little paint stuff. There we go. Put down our brush and our plaster knife. Grab all the grimlock here, and we're gonna start actually. So I had a picture, and I'm gonna put it on screen. Right there, it's a picture from a toy I found, which has the color scheme that I liked. You can see the colors in the legs particularly. That's the focus point today. But we're gonna paint that. So let's get to that. And yeah. So in order to memorize the color like order I needed, I just made a little area. So blue comes up there, then red, green, and then on the tip of the toes, yellow. So I just made a little ref sheet or something. So in order to start, we're gonna put Grimlock, or like the legs of Grimlock. You know what? We're just gonna pop them off the ball joint. We're just gonna fold in these legs in order to make sure we're not gonna get any drips on them. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with the blue, and I'm gonna put it on this little Like, by the way, I found a different brush, which is slightly better. So we're going to put the blue up here in this little area. I'm going to put the red in this little square here. I'm going to put the green on these two stripes there. And the yellow is going to be on this area there. And we're going to do that on both sides. So let's get started. Yeah. Blue first. You gotta be careful with the paint though. I'm gonna put the rest of Grimlock somewhere else. Otherwise, we'll maybe get some trouble. And I'm gonna grab this brush too because it has a bit of a tip going on. So we got like 3 different size of brushes. You always need variation when it comes to stuff like this. So let's open it up. And there we go. Ah, that's good. You always want to shake it before you use it. And that's exactly what I did. Okay, let's do this. So be careful. Let's focus, by the way. There we go. So we gotta be really careful though, not to mess things up. It's a bit too much on there. There we go, that's a bit better. To be really careful. Really careful. Ooh, it's gonna be so difficult when I mess up. Because it's like, it's waterproof, so you can't just get rid of it. Trying to be real precise here though. Not to mess things up. It's already looking a bit better. Sorry if the camera is a bit out of focus. That's better. That's looking good. Just get it in there. Now I gotta do the tip. Very little tip there. Don't want to use too much too. And there's one. That's looking pretty good. So we're going to leave that one to dry. Right there. Just going to leave it there. And I'm going to do the next one. Let's see. You gotta be really careful. There we go. This is like really time consuming, but at the same time like very relaxing. This is like therapy, you know, almost like it. Like it keeps me calm, you know, because I'm quite the energetic person, so sometimes doing this, taking it a bit slower, taking my time, really is like meditating. That's what I was about to say instead of therapeutic. There we go. And that's looking already a bit better though. Now, we got a bit of a dilemma right now. What we got right now is because we use this brush and I don't have any paint remover. So, there's either 2 options. Wash it off and just get most out of this brush as possible, or just take a new brush and let this dry or ruin the brush. But I'm gonna try wash this out, so I'll be right back. Okay, so most of it has been removed. So we're gonna carefully close this up. You don't want to get our fingers full of paint, because otherwise, when we touch the leg, we'll be in trouble, because then we get some paint on the legs. Or like paint on spots we don't want paint. Now we're gonna take red. This is gonna be way more difficult, but next is gonna be the most difficult part because we gotta paint like 2 tiny little stripes on it. And I gotta say, I'm gonna use my smallest one, probably this one for the green. I'm not sure, but yeah, let's grab the first leg because that should, well, it's not dry because it takes about almost like, not a day, but I would say half a day to dry. So yeah, I get as little as on there as possible, just in case we made a mistake. And we're gonna put it down there. There we go. And this is looking far more detailed already. I always like to just add the smallest amount of detail on these things. Just to give them a bit more, something extra, you know? Something a bit more extra. That is looking really good. There we go. That looks good. Now keep in mind, I'm basing the color scheme of it from a picture of a completely different toy. So if it's like thinking like, hey, that's not the way it looks in the picture, that's because the paint job is the same, but the figure is different. So yeah, that's the reason why. It's gonna be a bit of a longer video though, but hey, it's kind of nice. Now I was actually thinking about doing a papercraft transformer, but I couldn't find my ruler. So it was like, I'm gonna do this now, so I'm gonna have to find my ruler next time. And I'm gonna do my very first papercraft transformer tutorial. Not a review. No, I'm actually gonna show you how I do stuff. And that looks great. That looks good right there. That's beautiful. That's neat. Let's do the next one. So that's the red all done. Just 2 little red spots. Now we're gonna do the green, and that's gonna be challenging though, but I'm gonna try my best to do it properly. So now I'm gonna wipe off the brush again, and I'll be right back. So I've like cleaned it off, but we're gonna use this one because this has a bit more of a tip. So that will be a bit better when it comes to the very, very small detail we gotta do right now. And that's gonna be green. So we're gonna do the green. Open it up. I haven't used this one much. I've only used this paint for the what's his name again? Scrapper. I used this paint for Scrapper, and that's it. And but I used another green paint before, and that was like a green paint for oh, it's not mixed. Crap. Okay, so it's not mixed, so I gotta mix it. And what do I do to mix it? Well, I'll show you. When it's not mixed, I'm just gonna shake it. Just shake it. And that's, you don't need a stirring stick. No, you just shake it. It might create a bit of a mess when you open it up, so you gotta be careful. Like it gets a bit of a mess on the lid, but once it's shaken, there you go. That looks pretty good. Look at that. Just want like a little tip. Just a little itty bitty tip. Come on, focus. Focus. So just want like a little dab of it. You get the point. You get the point. So yeah. Now this is gonna be very difficult. very, very, very difficult. Ooh, there's like hair sticking out. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. You don't want those hairs sticking out. Let's get the paint. There we go. This is gonna be tough, I'm telling you. Oof, I think I'm afraid I'm gonna have to grab the other. No way. There it is. Yeah, there's a bit over it, but I can live with that. Such a small little detail that it doesn't matter actually. Just gonna do the other one now. Careful. Careful. There we go. That's it. And that's looking pretty good. That's pretty good. Now it's looking colorful, like it's a clown. But this is the color scheme he has, and I want to keep things accurate, you know? That's what I've been trying to achieve with this guy. Just accuracy from a figure that wasn't that accurate before. I mean, it was just plain gray and silver, just plain gray. So I'm just adding details to add to the wow factor, you know? If you gotta make it look like a weird combination, if you need to add a weird color combination, then I'm happy to do that. There we go. That looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna do like silver grills or something. I'm not sure, but that's looking already better, and that's awesome. I think I'm gonna add like silver panels or whatever color he has, and yeah, that's the green. So let's get back to the final color on the legs, and then we're gonna work on the other section of grimlock while that dries. So yeah, gonna close it up and get to the next one. So the next color we're going to be working on is the yellow. So let's open it up. Let's just shake it, just in case. Doesn't need a long shake, just a quick little shake. Yeah, see, that's looking a bit better. Now this one is a bit of a more thin paint. I gotta be careful with this one. This one is somehow a bit more thin. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the composition or something with it. And let's color this in. You can see it also on the coverage. It's thinner. But that looks good. That looks really good right there. There we go. Looks like very, very G1 right there. Cool. This is probably my second customizing video so far, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not sure if I recorded the... Yeah, but yeah, that looks good. That looks way better right now. That looks like Uber G1. That's dope. So let's like let that dry right there. Just keep it at an angle so it doesn't drip down all that much. Let's go to the other leg. Let's focus. There we go. You can see it's a bit thinner, so it like drips in the creases and less in on the bars in the center, which just gives it a somewhat cool effect though. But yeah. It's not mixed all that well. It's really weird, dude. The paint is doing weird stuff. And every time it's the yellow paint. Don't know what it is with that one, but gotta like maybe get some stuff I'm gonna get myself a new of that one, new yellow paint. New batch, but I believe we're almost done. And we're done. No, wait, in the corners right here, there's a bit of... Now we're done. That looks good. So we're gonna, like, leave that there to dry. And yeah, that's the yellow paint. So now we're gonna, like, do some of the... Let's see, what time is it? Oh, we got time. We got about half an hour. So we're gonna do the toes on this guy and probably the mouth area, because that's looking kind of flat. Oh yeah, and I was about to do the eyes, right? So we're gonna do the eyes, maybe the mouth, and the toes. I think I'm gonna start with the mouth. Yeah, we're gonna start with the mouth. So we're gonna, like, just, can we get his head off? Yeah, so we're gonna break his head off. That's possible, because it's just on, like, a thing. Then I'm gonna grab the red, because we need a red. We need a red color. So I'm gonna clean up this brush, and I'll be back. So it has been cleaned. So again, open it up. And this one's already mixed. So we can just take it, put a bit on our brush, and just do the little eyes, right? Come on, focus. There we go. It's not... There we go. I almost slipped. Ooh. That was kind of nerve-wracking. I almost slipped. There we go. Get the bottom of that. And that is looking a bit more meaner already. Just look at that. Look at that face. Like that, just that single red eye being bigger. Like this is before. Look how small that is. And that's after. And that looks way meaner. Like, he has like a big eye and he's like, "Rrr." Okay, so I thought I was recording the, painting the eyes, but apparently I did not. I'm not sure. Just stopped recording. Don't know why though. But yeah. There we go. Eyes are painted. That looks a bit better though. Front looks a bit weird though, so let's just fix that. I guess we're almost ready. There you go. That's looking better and a bit more mean. So yeah, now we're gonna just do the mouth, and I'm gonna like do a black coat first and then gonna cover the teeth with silver. So yeah, let's do that. So again, clean the brush, and we're gonna grab our black. There you go. And it's black. Looks like ink, but it's paint. Let's do this. And this is thin as well. That's it's not mixed. Just like it's not properly mixed, but hey. My fingers are clean, so I can pick this up. There we go. So we're gonna like paint the inside of the mouth line here. Gotta be really careful. Really careful. There we go. Now I'm gonna paint the teeth later. Just gonna go over them ever so slightly. There we go. Now it's looking a bit messy, I know, but it's gonna be worth it at the end. There you go. There we go. That's already like weird, but it's better. I'm gonna hold it upside down. Let's grab some paint from this side though. There we go. Oh, I'm not in shot. That should be it when it comes to the black paint. You know, it's looking a bit weird, but let's do ever so slightly there. Very careful. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. Especially that line on the inside. I love that. Let's do some silver details, because that's pretty much everything on the head done as far but we still need to do the silver details. So let's clean up the black paint again. There we go. Clean up the brush, or no, we're gonna use this brush now, and we're gonna take the legs, or like the feet or arms or whatever you want to call it, and just break them off. And once we break everything off, this is what we get left. That's it. Don't worry, it's gonna be put together at the end. I'm gonna clean off the brush, and we're gonna start on the wait, no, we actually still need the black though. We still need the black. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because we gotta go in between the toes. Because that's not painted. And there. We go. Just in between those toes. There we go. Let's see, is there something else? Maybe something with the hands. Just some little touch-ups. Let's do a little coat over this. I painted this a while ago, but it was like a matte black paint, but it's fine though. So yeah, there we go. That's that. Oh, the brush was sticking to my elbow. I don't know why though. So you know, leave that there. I'm gonna paint that later. Let's do the inside on the other side. I want to originally do gold on the toes, but I don't have gold. So that's the reason why. Let's see, do we get to do some touch-ups? Yep, a little etching right here. Little areas that need a bit more paint though. There we go. That's that. That's that. There we go. So yeah. Again. Now we're gonna clean up the black paint. And now we're gonna clean the brush. So again, I'll be right back. So the brush has been cleaned. We're gonna take our silver, gonna shake it, open it up, and there it is. Silver chrome paint. So we're gonna do the toes first. Shoulders, knees, and toes. No, just kidding. Let's do this. Look at that shine on that. That's great looking shine though. That's a good shine on it. Let's put you over there. There we go. You don't want that thick of a coat. You don't want drippings. It's always an issue when you do model paint. Don't use too much, otherwise you get drippings, and you don't want drippings. Or like little drips of paint. You don't want that. You definitely don't want that. Just want your paint job nice and clean. Because I made a painting once, like an abstract painting. It was a little thing I did with my mom. We just went to a professional artist together. And he taught us how to paint his style. It was like a crash course. And he told to use a lot of paint. So I did use a lot of paint, and like more than I actually should have. So at the end, when we put the paintings in the car, they actually they dripped. Like the paint dripped all over it and it was ruined. Because I painted an abstract bulldog, like an American bulldog, because my mom said, hey, can you make an American bulldog? Because I was like, I don't know what to paint. So she said, maybe an American bulldog, because we got American bulldogs at home. So she was like, paint that, and I was like, okay, and I painted it, but I used too much paint and then it just dripped all over the place. I think the back of the car was just full of paint. It was awful. Well, it wasn't awful. The thing we did was nice, but just the car was a mess, I believe. My father had to clean off all the acrylic paint. So yeah. I don't have a car though, so I can't show you. Because I think there was still some remnants of it in it. But there's a foot painted. That looks a bit better now. I'm gonna paint an inside, some details with silver too, like the inside of this. Giving it a bit more to look at, you know? Just gonna do that all throughout the thing. Just a bit more to look at. There we go. Looks a bit better. Let's clean it up a bit because there's too much. So you can't see the line in the center, and that's looking pretty good, but there we go. That's looking good. So you're gonna put that off to the side again with the other stuff that's drying. Let's take the other toe. I'm gonna paint some toes. We're gonna paint. Someone asked me, what did you do today? Well, I painted the toes of a robotic dinosaur. Yeah, and they'll be like, what? Like, you gotta be, like, when someone asks you what you did today, you gotta be sometimes very specific, but at the same time, not very clear on what you did. Like, for example, right now I'm painting toes of a grimlock figure. But if anyone asks, you could say, as a joke, like, I painted the toes of a robotic dinosaur. How about you? They'll be like, what? They're gonna ask so many questions. That's how you can get people interested in something, I guess. It's just a joke though, but hey, maybe it works. It's a little Prime Guy tip for you. So yeah, we're just painting toes. Just painting little toes. Little grimlock toes. And it's gonna look great. Sorry if some of the stuff isn't on screen or like in line of the shot. But that's because I'm having trouble holding stuff up sometimes. So yeah. Because in order to paint accurately, I need to get a comfortable position, and I can't do that when I have to hold things up sometimes. So that's the reason why. But there we go. That's another toe painted. And which area was it? Okay, it was the top one that I painted, not the bottom one. Let's paint the inside of this circle. Just rotate it once more. There we go. There. It gives it a bit more extra, as you can see. That's looking pretty good. So now we're going to put that down as well. And now, I believe we can start work on the head. Because I'm planning on painting... Yeah, you're probably seeing, where are you dipping? But there's like a little... There's the top of this thing. And there's like paint on it, and it's like that. You get like a very small dab of paint, otherwise I'm afraid I'll get too much. That's a technique I sometimes just use. Yeah. I like to do things a bit differently sometimes. Let's paint some teeth, sorry. Let's paint some little grimlock teeth. There we go. That's looking dope. Look at that. That's dope. Dope as F. Gotta be really careful though. There we go. And that's looking really good with those little teeth right there. That's more detail, and I love it. Paint the big teeth right here. Really big front teeth right about there. That's awesome too. Go up to about there. That's looking awesome. It's looking kind of weird with that just teeth right there. But hey, and there we go. That's Grimlock's side of his mouth. Now I'm noticing he doesn't have any, just has front teeth. He doesn't have like bottom teeth on the front, which is kind of weird. And there we go. This is looking awesome. This is like one of my most tedious, but at the same time, my best customization so far. And I love it because of that. Sometimes you just gotta take your time. Yeah. God dang it, somehow it's not working right now. Somehow my aim was just off. I could not get it on the place I wanted it to, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, there's Grimlock's head. Now let's do like this grill pattern in here. Felt like doing that. Just create a bit more detail in his face. Just that small little grill here. You know what's really clever about the chest of this Grimlock is that they like molded the like chest area in a clear plastic, and they painted the inside of it gold, so it gives it the illusion that it's like the chest is behind a glass panel. That's genius in my opinion. There we go. That looks great. That looks better already. Like 10 times better. Let's do this side and then we'll call it a day. Because I need dinner right now. It's dinner time and it's dinner time right now, so I'm gonna be like late. So I'm gonna just quickly finish this part, and then I'm gonna be right back after dinner. And I believe we are done with the head. So that is a big update on the head. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this right there. I'm gonna grab me some dinner and I'll be right back. So yeah, we are done painting. So to assemble it, you're just gonna grab your pieces you just made and see if we get everything. So here are the pieces. So just to be sure, this is like the thing you get. Now I'm gonna show you the finished paint job. Like this is the head. Really like the silver in the cheek. The eyes are more bigger now. Teeth are silver. Just look at what a bit of paint just can do. Now here are the legs. This has the least amount of paint on it. But it looks good nonetheless, and when it combines, this is what it looks like pretty much. So yeah, here are the feet, which look really cool. Love the silver on it, love the little touches of black. It gives it some variation. Love this little nut, by the way, that's a cool detail. And this is just the same, but I painted these a while ago. Same for the backpack, painted that a long time ago. But yeah, let's assemble everything and let's see how it turns out. So first of all, we're gonna do these little feeties. So this one goes on this side. So we're just gonna pop that back in its ball joint. That's very snug. Love that. And that already looks a bit better with the silver. Doesn't look that flat. Let's go to the other side and do exactly the same thing. And there we go. That looks cool. I love that. Then we're gonna attach the legs. We're gonna put them in robot mode position first, just like that. There we go, nice and tight snap. Then we're gonna combine them together like so. Then we're gonna bring that in, like, get these out of the way for a bit, and just get these down like so. And that looks really cool with the paint like that, and like that. It's a bit too colorful for my taste when I would design Grimlock, but hey, what you gonna do about it? And now we're gonna attach the head again. Just gonna plop it back in its position. Just pop it in. Come on, don't break it, please. I'm gonna get. Come on, this one's tough though. Come on, get in here, you dang it. Doesn't want to get in though. Kind of worried about that. You know what, I'm gonna do this off camera because I'm afraid I would snap it when it's in front of the camera. So I'll be right back. So I popped the neck back on. And this is what we got. Now in Dynamod, not a lot of things changed. Just changed the head, the tail, and the feet. But robot mode is where you can probably see the most detail. So let's get to that. So when we get into robot mode, this is what you should get. And you can see that the legs just look a bit better now. They just with a bit of paint, it just pops a bit more. And that looks good. Now I'm gonna put it right here. And there's the picture I used, and as you can see, that looks, well, not the same, but the paint is just a bit more better in the leg area. It doesn't look that flat, because now you get a lot more color variation, because if you looked at the beginning of the video, that looked a lot flat. Like it just looked flat and boring, and now it's being just, it has that bit extra, you know? So yeah, anyway, this was Grimlock. This was a Grimlock upgrade video. And I'm Prime Guy. And I'll see you next time. Bye.